Joining us here on News 4 at 10, I'm Lauren Traeger. Thousands of Missourians are scrambling to get the COVID vaccine, many willing to drive hours away for a shot. The National Guard says it will vaccinate any Missourian who is eligible and has an appointment. But one local woman says she was told she could only get the vaccine in the region of the state where she lives. Tonight, News 4's Emma Hogue is watching out for you and clearing up confusion about where you can get the vaccine.
According to the state's website, there are 8 mass vaccine events scheduled for this coming week put on by the National Guard. Those events are spread out across several regions in Missouri. The state says they'll vaccinate any Missourian who has an appointment, but we're learning residents within those regions could take priority.
There was no way that I ever thought that we would have to go, almost 2 hours in order for them to get the vaccine. With them being 194, I thought it was going to be a much easier process for them.
After waiting on pre-registration lists in the St. Louis area for weeks, Karen Staten finally secured vaccine appointments for her parents, Homer and Erna. The catch was a 2-hour drive from Fenton to a mass vaccine site in Hannibal put on by the National Guard.
I thought it was very silly that I had to drive that far to get the vaccine, but I didn't want to keep waiting. I didn't want to take the chance on it being, a few more weeks.
On February 5th, Staten was in the driver's seat as the 194-year-old made the 4-hour round trip to get their first doses. A familiar scenario for hundreds in the St. Louis area driving to other parts of the state to get the vaccine.
It really felt like there wasn't a choice for us.
I'm signed up with all the hospitals, all the pharmacies.
In Kirkwood, 69-year-old Judy Comfort finally found openings for the National Guard's mass vaccine site in Lebanon on Monday and Tuesday. But when she called the state to sign up, she says they told her events outside of her region were off limits.
The person found out that I was from St. Louis County and said that I had to be in the same region as Lebanon in order to participate in the event.
The state of Missouri is broken up into 9 regions for vaccine distribution. The St. Louis area is considered Region C. I called state leaders and was told Missourians are allowed to get the vaccine outside of the region they work or live in as long as they have an appointment. But the state says it's possible counties within those regions are prioritizing vaccine at these events for their residents.
I questioned, and the person said, well, I don't know how that happened, but that's not the rules. You would be taking vaccination away from someone in that particular county.
As Staten prepares to take her parents back to Hannibal for their second dose this Friday, she and many others wish the process was easier.
I feel bad for people that don't have someone, to try and help them through this situation.
I wish that the rules were spelled out for each event.
Lebanon is in Laclede County, so I called the health department there to ask if they are prioritizing people who live and work there. Tonight, I'm still waiting to hear back from them, but the National Guard says they do plan to have more mass vaccine events in the St. Louis metro area, although an exact date hasn't been set. Reporting in St. Louis County tonight, Emma Hogue, News 4.
A frustrating process for many, Emma. Thank you. Another area of confusion, what to do if your vaccine appointment was canceled last week because of the winter weather. Many of those vaccination events have now been rescheduled for this week. That includes a mass vaccination event in Lincoln County, Missouri. It will be held Tuesday, February 23rd at the Lincoln County Fairgrounds. Now, this is for people getting the second dose of the vaccine. Health officials say people should come at the same time as their first dose appointment and bring their vaccination card. For those who had appointments pushed back at other locations, the head of the Metropolitan Pandemic Task Force says you do not need to rush to make another appointment.
We're confident that we can make up these vaccinations quickly and get right back on track. So if your appointment was canceled, you will be contacted to schedule a new appointment. For those waiting for their second dose of vaccine, remember that there is some flexibility with when you can receive that second dose.
We're always gathering all this information for you. You can find more information on area vaccination clinics and how to register for them on the KMOV streaming app and at KMOV.com.